AITA for telling my boyfriend's mom that her son is cheating? Part 2. I was just starting to feel like the storm might be settling when Emily's message hit my phone like a grenade. Emily, you're not going to believe this. I just found out Adam's been seeing another girl. I'm talking to her now. I stared at the screen, feeling that familiar twist of disbelief and nausea. Another girl? After everything that had come to light, after being caught, after the confrontation at the gym, he still had the nerve? I called Emily immediately. She answered on the first ring, sounding breathless and angry. Her name's Kayla, she said. She's been going to the gym for about 3 months. She thought she was exclusive with him, too. Guess what he told her about us? I braced myself. What? That I'm his crazy ex. And you? You're apparently his clingy roommate who can't let go. I laughed, but it wasn't the funny kind. It was bitter, jagged. He's telling the same lies over and over. How many women is he juggling at this point? Honestly, who knows? Kayla said she had a bad feeling about him but didn't have proof. Then she saw that Reddit post you made and realized the timelines matched. She reached out to me, thinking I was you. Emily added Kayla to a 3-way group chat with me. I expected Kayla to be defensive or in denial, but she was furious. Kayla, he's been coming to my apartment 3 nights a week. He told me he was single. Me, 2 weeks ago, he was still telling me he wanted to work things out. Emily, this man's living in some alternate reality. Kayla sent screenshots of her text with Adam, lines I recognized word for word. You looked amazing today. Can't wait to see you tonight. It was the same recycled crap he'd sent me and Emily. I stared at my phone, my hands trembling. It wasn't just about cheating anymore. This was pathological lying. He was weaving an entire web of false realities, like none of us were supposed to ever compare notes. Kayla asked the question I'd been secretly avoiding. So, what are we going to do about this? I blinked at the words. What do you mean? Do we let him keep doing this? She said. Or do we make sure he never does this to anyone again? Emily chimed in. I say we tell his mom everything. She deserves to know the full extent. Not just that he cheated on MC, but that he's been lying to multiple women at once. The thought made my stomach churn. I'd already caused enough heartbreak for Linda by telling her about the first betrayal. Would telling her more help, or would it just crush her even further? I sat with that question all night. Finally, I called Linda the next day. Linda, I said softly, I need to tell you something. There are more girls. Adam's been seeing at least 3 of us at the same time. There was a long pause. I almost thought she'd hung up, but then I heard her take a sharp breath. 3? Yes, I said. Emily and Kayla. They're both willing to talk to you if you don't believe me. I feel like you need to know who he really is. Linda was quiet for so long that I thought maybe I'd pushed her too far. Then she spoke, her voice steady but filled with steel. Thank you for telling me. I am done protecting him. He needs to hear this from me. I don't care if he hates me for it. Linda, I started, but she cut me off. You've been more of a daughter to me than he's been a son, and you didn't deserve any of this, I cried after that call. Not just because of her words, but because I realized how much Linda had become my rock in the middle of all this chaos. The next day, Adam blew up my phone again, this time from a different number. Adam, what is wrong with you? Did you really get other girls involved? My mom is losing it. Adam, you're pathetic. You couldn't just leave, could you? You have to ruin me. I didn't respond. For the first time, I felt nothing. No fear, no heartbreak, just clarity. A few hours later, Emily texted me. We should all meet. You, me, Kayla, and Linda. Get it all out in the open. He can't spin lies if we're all in the same room. The idea terrified me, but I agreed. I was tired of being painted as the crazy ex. I wanted the truth on the table once and for all. We met at a quiet cafe on the other side of town, far from Adam's usual spots. Linda showed up first, her face pale but determined. I can't believe I'm about to meet 2 more women my son lied to, she said, shaking her head. I don't know whether to cry or scream. Emily and Kayla arrived, and the 3 of us shared stories while Linda listened, horrified. By the time we were done, she looked like someone who'd just survived a tornado. I don't know who he is anymore, she whispered, but I know this. He needs help, and until he gets it, I'm not speaking to him. That night, Linda texted me one final thing before I went to bed. He's not going to stop unless someone stops him. Are you prepared for what's coming? When Linda asked me, Are you prepared for what's coming? I didn't fully understand what she meant, but I would soon. The cafe meeting had lit a fire under her. She wasn't going to tolerate her son's behavior any longer. She told me, Emily, and Kayla that she was done covering for Adam. Adam's been getting away with this because no one calls him out, Linda said, her voice tight but strong. I'm calling him here tomorrow night. All of us will be there. I want him to look at the women he's hurt. The idea made my stomach knot. Face him again? With everyone there? But at the same time, I wanted closure. I wanted Adam to see the truth staring back at him, undeniable. Linda arranged a family dinner at her house. Adam didn't know the three of us would be there. When Emily suggested we bring printed screenshots of his texts, Linda didn't even blink. Bring everything, she said. No more lies. I spent that night going through old messages. Seeing them again, those flirty late-night words I'd once thought were romantic, made me sick. He'd used the exact same lines with Emily and Kayla. I could almost hear his smug voice, like each text was some recycled script. When I arrived at Linda's house the next evening, my heart was hammering so hard I thought I'd faint. Emily and Kayla were already there, sitting at the dining table with Linda, all of us sharing that nervous energy like we were waiting for a storm to hit. He doesn't know we're all here, Linda said with a grim smile. Let him come in thinking this is just dinner. Adam strolled in wearing that same fake confident smirk I'd once fallen for. Hey, Mom, he said, dropping his gym bag by the door. Then his eyes fell on me, Emily, and Kayla. His face went pale. What is this? He asked, his voice sharp. I leaned back in my chair. An intervention. Linda stood, her arms crossed. Sit down, Adam. He refused to sit. What is this crap? Mom, are you seriously taking their side? They're just bitter exes trying to ruin me. Emily shot up from her chair. Bitter exes? I thought I was your girlfriend until 3 days ago, Adam. Kayla threw her phone onto the table, screen glowing with his texts. You told me you loved me just last week. You're disgusting. Adam's face turned red. He glanced at me, but I didn't flinch. What, you're all teaming up on me now? This is toxic. You're acting insane. Linda's voice cut through the tension like a blade. Don't you dare talk to them like that. I saw the messages, Adam. You can't lie your way out of this. Adam's jaw tightened. So you're all against me now. Great. You know what? I don't need any of you. Linda stepped closer to him, her voice trembling but firm. I am ashamed of you, Adam. You've hurt good women who cared about you, and instead of apologizing, you're playing the victim, not in my house. For a moment, I thought Adam might yell. Instead, he laughed, a bitter, hollow laugh. Wow, I can't believe this. My own mom taking their side. I'm taking the side of the truth, Linda said. Things escalated fast. Adam started pacing, throwing out accusations like daggers. You're all just jealous. This is why I can't stand women. They're always ganging up. I'm done being treated like the bad guy. Finally, Linda slammed her hand on the table. You are the bad guy. Look at them. Look at what you've done. The silence that followed was deafening. Adam stared at all of us, his chest heaving. For the first time, I saw something that looked like fear in his eyes, not guilt, just fear of being cornered, exposed. Without another word, Adam grabbed his bag and stormed out, slamming the door so hard the walls shook. Linda sank into her chair, trembling. I don't even recognize him anymore, she whispered. Emily exhaled. Do you think he'll change? Linda shook her head. Not unless he wants to, but I'm not waiting around for that. I'm done enabling him. That night, Linda hugged all three of us like we were her daughters. You deserve better, she said. Each of you. Don't let my son ruin your faith in yourself. Or in love. I drove home feeling lighter, like a weight I'd been carrying for months had finally been lifted. Adam was gone from my life, and for once, I didn't feel sad. I felt free. A few days later, I got one last voicemail from Adam. His voice was cold, almost mocking. You think you won? This isn't over. It's been a week since the showdown at Linda's house, and I can finally breathe again. I didn't realize how much space Adam had taken up in my life until he wasn't there anymore. Not just physically, but emotionally. The lies, the manipulation, the guilt trips. It was like living under a constant storm cloud. When I posted the original AITA thread, I expected maybe a few strangers to say, "You're fine, You're not the bad guy. I didn't expect thousands of people sharing their own stories, reminding me that I wasn't crazy for standing up for myself. I needed that validation more than I knew. From what I've heard, mostly from Linda, Adam's life isn't exactly smooth sailing right now. After the confrontation, he tried to spin the story to his friends, claiming we ganged up on him and made him look bad. But once Emily and Kayla started sharing screenshots of his texts with other women in their gym friend circles, that little narrative fell apart fast. Linda told me he's furious because people are finding out who he really is. He's embarrassed, but instead of owning it, he's blaming everyone else. I didn't respond. I don't want to hear his excuses anymore. I don't even want to think about what he's saying about me. 2 nights ago, Linda called me. I told Adam he's not welcome at my house until he apologizes to you and to every woman he's lied to, she said. I was stunned. Linda, you don't have to do that for me. Yes, I do, she said firmly. I won't stand by and watch my son treat people this way. He can be mad at me all he wants, but I'm not protecting him anymore. Her voice cracked as she added, I wish I could take back every nice thing I said about him to you. I didn't know who he really was. That's when I realized this wasn't just my heartbreak. Linda was mourning too, not just because her son hurt me, but because the boy she thought she raised wasn't the man he'd become. Emily and I have become close friends through all this. It's strange how pain can bond people, but she's been like a sister to me. Kayla too. We check in on each other, send each other funny memes to lighten the mood, and remind each other that Adam was the problem, not us. Emily joked the other day, we should send him a thank you card. Without him, we never would have met. We laughed until we cried. The one thing that shook me this week was the voicemail Adam left. You think you won? This isn't over. I hope you're happy ruining my life. I played it for Linda. She sighed and said, he's just angry because he got caught. Don't let him scare you. You've done nothing wrong. I saved the voicemail, just in case, but blocked the new number. It's strange how quickly life can change. A month ago, I thought I'd be moving in with Adam soon. Now I'm rebuilding my life from scratch, but it feels like a blessing. I've started journaling again. I'm cooking more. I even went to brunch with some friends last weekend, and for the first time, I wasn't checking my phone every 5 minutes wondering where Adam was or who he was with. Linda sent me a text yesterday. I'm proud of you. Don't let my son's mistakes make you doubt how amazing you are. It meant the world. So now, here I am, writing this update for Reddit. AITA for telling my boyfriend's mom he cheated? After everything that's happened, I know the answer is no. I told the truth. I stood my ground. And honestly, I'd do it again. When I woke up the morning after posting my update, I felt lighter, like I'd finally exhaled a breath I'd been holding for months. I reread my post and the thousands of comments from strangers telling me I wasn't wrong. I wasn't crazy. I wasn't spiteful for refusing to carry Adam's secrets anymore. For the first time in weeks, I made coffee without my hands shaking. I put on music and danced around my kitchen like nothing had been broken inside me. 2 days later, Linda sent me what I think will be her final message about all this. He's angry at me now, but I don't care. I told him until he learns how to treat people with respect. I don't want him in my house. He said some nasty things, but that's his guilt talking. Don't feel bad for me, sweetheart. I'm proud of you. You showed him more courage than anyone else ever has. I cried when I read that. Not sad tears, grateful ones. Linda didn't have to take my side, but she did. She saw me, and that mattered more than Adam ever did. Adam hasn't tried to contact me again. Maybe he's finally realized I'm not going to cave to his guilt trips or anger. Maybe he's busy spinning lies somewhere else. Either way, I've stopped caring. I deleted every photo we had together, every text thread, every memento of the perfect relationship I thought we had. It felt like peeling off a layer of skin I didn't need anymore. Painful, but freeing. I've been focusing on myself, something I realized I hadn't truly done in 2 years. I signed up for a yoga class with Emily and Kayla. Yes, we've become a little trio now. We joke that we're the Adam Recovery Club, but deep down, we all know we're just helping each other heal. Kayla said something at brunch last weekend that stuck with me. You know, we're lucky. We found out now. Imagine if it had been 5 years or a marriage or kids involved. He would have ruined all of us. She's right. I may have lost 2 years, but I gained clarity and 2 incredible friends I never would have met otherwise. If this whole mess taught me anything, it's this. Never let someone convince you that telling the truth is wrong. Adam tried to paint me as the villain for being honest. But the truth is, when someone cheats, they make their own bed. They don't get to choose how the people they hurt react. Linda's words keep replaying in my head. If you're man enough to cheat, you're man enough to face the consequences. She's right, and I'm done carrying his consequences for him. I doubt I'll ever hear from Adam again. Part of me wishes he'd apologize. Not because I want him back, but because I think Linda deserves that closure, but I'm not holding my breath. Men like Adam rarely own up to what they've done. And honestly, I don't need his apology. I've already moved on in the ways that matter. Last weekend, I threw a small get-together at my apartment. Just me, Emily, Kayla, and a few friends. We sat on my balcony, drinking wine, laughing until the sun went down. For the first time in a long time, I felt safe. No checking my phone, no second-guessing someone's loyalty. I realized then that this was the real victory. Not exposing Adam, not the showdown with his family, but finally feeling at peace with myself. AITA for telling his mom? Number, absolutely not. Because if I had stayed silent, I wouldn't be where I am now. Free, healing, and surrounded by people who actually value honesty. If you enjoyed listening to this story, please consider give it a like, leaving a comment down in the comment section. Please subscribe to hear more shocking stories in the future.